Hi, I'm Rina Dhaka, and with me is Pooja Batra. Welcome, Pooja.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here with me. This really means a lot to me. It takes me back to years of, time spent together.
Right.
So thank you. So
Thank you for having me.
I've got some smarty questions
Oh,
prepared for
have?
you. So here's my question to you.
Okay.
What inspired you to pursue modeling, and how did you get your start in this industry?
What inspired me was my height.
Yeah, of
You know, I was this frame since I was a teenager, and everywhere I went, everybody would be like, "Oh my God, we love your height!" And are you thinking of modeling? You should definitely try it if you're not thinking modeling. And plus, I liked fashion, and I was very fashion oriented. I would, like any other girl, try all clothes and makeup and this and that. And I had a fetish for wearing heels. So
oh my God, you tall girls
Yeah.
really have this secret fetish is of being able to wear heels.
Right. So all this, and my mom's friends from the army background, all their friends would be like, you should definitely get into modeling. So I got a lot of attention because of my height. And I just thought it was a good idea to get into it since I was still a teenager and I was getting a chance. I kind of plunged.
Oh, were you a teenager when?
Yeah, I was
That's
17.
fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And also height was so the most important thing for
Right.
us, especially then. We were really by the rule book
Right.
of being a sample size
Right.
and also being very tall.
Right.
But how did you get into the industry?
So I was in Pune.
Okay.
My parents were posted there. My dad was in the army. He was posted there. I remember going to an army party.
Okay.
And I met this very distinguished lady. She goes, hey girl, come here. So I went there and she goes, you have a gorgeous height and you shouldn't waste it. Here is the number of my ex-daughter-in-law.
Okay.
Her name is Shamali Verma.
Oh,
And
Shy. Wow.
And she definitely does workshops. You should definitely be in a workshop and it'll really help you. So that's how I started. I contacted Shai, I called her up, and the first question she asked me was, how tall are you?
Yeah, because that was like a don't even dream of coming on the runway if you're not that tall.
Right.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm 5'10" and a half, and she goes, come tomorrow. And she signed me on the workshop. I think I was the only one in the workshop.
She's been our OG of all models
She's
from
amazing.
all times.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then she introduced me to a choreographer, Lubna Adams, and
Okay.
then I just got into the fashion, the runway.
Yeah, then
sort
we
of-
had you.
Then you
Yeah. Till you were crowned Femina Miss India
Right.
International in 1993.
Yeah.
And you represented India at Miss International. What did that change for a working model, like week to week, your rates, the shows, respect in the room,
pretty much everything.
all that three?
Everything,
Yeah.
yeah. My rate card just rocketed
Yeah.
from, I think, some amount to in triple digits.
Because
you know.
also money was so different in those days.
Yeah.
It was
like
so,
the highest was like 5,000 rupees.
and it was a king's salary,
Yeah.
5,000 rupees,
Right.
highest paid model maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wasn't getting 5,000 when I started, so
Yeah.
I was getting much lesser than that. But post Miss India, it just went in lakhs, and
The whole thing changed.
The dynamics changed. I was the first to do the fittings.
Oh yes.
Oh, there was that.
Yeah, and you may
too.
not even be needed for rehearsals.
Right.
That's another
That
thing
was another
for
thing.
the
I
models.
didn't have to be there for rehearsals. And
Pooja will come later.
Will come
we'll
later.
put her clothes, or some
Yeah.
other model will.
yeah, she knows what to do.
She knows what to do. Is true.
Yeah. So pretty much everything changed.
But yet you chose to finish your education at
Right.
that point.
Right.
Because you said you were like 17. I
Yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So this is great for me also. I'm learning like about
Yeah.
the Pooja, who became the Pooja here.
Yeah.
So even an MBA in marketing before diving into films.
Right.
In a decade that worshipped immediacy, why pick the long game?
because that was a prime requisite order that was passed in my family.
Oh, your father.
My mom and dad both, that we will not let you pursue either this or acting until you finish your education. And they were right to a certain degree, because if you give a gap when you're studying, and there's never a coming back, so it's better to, when you're in the flow, to finish it.
But you didn't think that this would...
I was just doing it because that was an order. That I remember going to shows with my books because I had exams.
Oh my God.
So I would just be, everybody would be partying and stuff, and I'd be reading. You'd be reading, studying.
Yes. But that's the army thing also. The army kid discipline, and your national level athletics are often cited as your foundation. What habits from sports still show up on sets or on runway? Is it warm-ups, food, mental routine? Please share with someone who follows none.
You follow. I've seen
like
you.
It's not to
that extent.
I mean, it's they say, the proof is in the taste of the pudding.
Right.
So there's definitely...
Right. I think the order is that definitely there's mental discipline.
Yeah.
And there's also motivation. There's definitely a discipline cadre set in your system, especially maybe seeing my dad or coming from the army background, or just being in that atmosphere.
You have discipline.
I have discipline, and I am a physically active person.
But like mental, how do you, is it yoga or?
Yoga came later on, but I think mental discipline just came with the fact that I have to get up and do it. Like I have to get up.
Also, you didn't have that airs, because this getting up was actually one of the in my early career myself.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that if I worked late one night, for the same show, the next day, if my call time is very early, that means I need to be there. It doesn't mean I sleep through it.
Right, exactly.
And when you're so young, initially this was, I don't know if it happened in modeling, but...
Yeah, I mean, at least when I was training to be an athlete, I had to be on ground at 6 a.m. So whether I liked it or not, I had to run. My dad used to say, "You have fat bottoms, you have fat bottoms."
What does he say now?
Now he doesn't say, he doesn't check my bottoms out.
See, your dad is quite a model himself.
My dad's pretty. Yeah, he's waiting on that fashion show of yours.
I have to put him back.
He
was happy. He was happy to be a part of promoting something, which he really did a good job. So your first commercial, the Literal Shower Gel.
Right.
My God, you were the Literal Shower Gel girl.
Yeah.
It became like a cultural earworm. What don't we know about that shooting, that ad, the weather, the choreography, the pay scale, the creative controls, and did that like that one job change again for you, like the other pageant did?
Yeah, I mean, I think what that commercial did to me, I booked it pretty much after Miss India. What the commercial did to me was visibility straight away,
Did all the Miss India girls go on to do Literal?
No, I did a screen test for that commercial and I was selected, but I had already got the Miss India title by then. So that kind of helped me get the Literal commercial. So everything works in tandem when you're going,
So how many hours under the showers?
Oh, I just remember they would put the music on, and I remember the music would be "Wake Me Up Before You Go." And I loved. They asked me, "What's your favorite song?" And I said, "This is my favorite song."
Oh,
and
there it was.
There it was, and I would just be under it, shivering. And,
Did you have like shivering? Did you all get ill? Because some of the other girls I have known as over the years, who did Literal, did get ill because they spent...
I did not get ill, but you know how in the studio everything is closed set and, so you have to be
also
careful.
Body positivity, because you need to be... What were you wearing, by the way?
Shorts.
Not bikinis?
Not bikini. I was wearing shorts and a bodysuit, I think,
But that's like, okay, it's
that's
safe.
Perfect. Yeah, but it's also wet, right? You're 24 hours wet. Like 3 days shoot, you're wet.
But to be a Literal girl was like
I was
big
I'm
feather in your crown. And you got that smile, which they want in Literal. They got to smile, be under the shower.
Be under the shower, just be so happy with life.
Okay, get your hair wet and not think about how it's going to look in a few minutes. Anyway, take us to a typical backstage. How many changes? Who ran the shows? Who calmed your nerves? And the wildest last minute fix. We've all had malfunctions.
Right.
You ever walked out in.
Yeah.
So who were your favorite moments or people to work with in your journey?
That's a lot of questions.
Okay, so should I just go back to this take and break it up, because I didn't give her a chance to answer. Okay, so let's take us to a typical backstage moment.
Right.
Your changes, who ran the show, who calmed your nerves in case of a frenzied moment, and the wildest last minute fixes you've ever walked out in.
Wow. So, I mean, backstage was always a frenzy.
Yeah.
It was always chaos.
Yes.
There's like order in chaos.
Yeah.
That's backstage. And especially who ran the show, I would say the designer, the models, the choreographer.
It was always the wardrobe people, I thought.
And the wardrobe.
Yeah.
They ran the show.
The Pookies.
Yeah, the Pookie, the
Barbies, they ran our shows.
They ran our shows, and malfunctions, so many times my saris have come out.
While you're walking?
While I'm walking, I had to hold it and pretend like that's pleats.
What about heels?
Heels got stuck.
Okay.
On the runway.
Yeah.
So they would be stuck.
And also, what if you're in a lineup? Because they did a lot of those choreography kind of shows in the early years.
Right.
And then someone missed a step and the whole line kind of follows the mistake.
But then you realize you do your own thing, because you'd see the audience is just enjoying what you're doing. Nobody's really that worried about your synchronicity.
So you have to control all that in that moment.
Oh yeah,
holding
you
a smile.
have to own it.
Yeah.
You have to own it.
But also, if you made mistakes like this, didn't you get told off later by the...
Of course, the choreographer.
Didn't they make you cry?
They would
we used to all cry.
Yeah,
they were so powerful, those girls
and
in
then
that time.
the designers would come saying, she messed up.
Yeah. So did the word of the designer ever bother you, or did the word of the choreographer bother you?
Both, actually. The designers never came pointing a finger at me, ever.
We didn't mess with you.
Yeah. We did. The choreographers, they were like,
So you have to sleep with those words going on in your head.
They were draconian.
Yeah, they were draconian.
They were literally.
But that's changed now. I mean, that's one of the things which has changed.
I haven't done runway in India now lately, but I keep doing LA Fashion Week and a lot of shows abroad, but I haven't seen the change in terms of the runway in India.
Yeah, now it's also because it's become more fashion weeks.
More fashion weeks.
So there's not so much requirement to do so many things.
Right.
And the backstage being like an orchestra, I have seen myself in a show in Lucknow where each girl, how many maximum changes have you ever done? With a single show?
I think I have gone up to 16, I think.
What?
16.
In a 40-minute show or a 30-minute show?
Yeah, because it would be so fast.
Yeah.
It would be...
Your skin must be getting all peeled and...
the embroidery
they peel your skin.
Your skin, and the saris would be a nightmare.
And those poor helpers who have no clue. Because they're just students hired for the night.
They get the anxious model cry out backstage, because they think models are all...
I've seen girls punch people, shout people.
I've seen
because
that.
also when they open the curtains, that frightens the models. And then they suddenly, they lose their cool.
It's all nerves, you know.
Yeah. But 16 looks? I mean, that's some kind of an award.
Yeah.
In a single show. Sorry, I mean, I went off context, but this is something I didn't know myself.
Back then, yeah.
And nothing you could do about it. And you were still a Miss India.
Yeah.
And a little girl.
Yeah.
And you still had to...
Like, people came to see you in the show, so you had to be there, like the beginning, the end.
Yeah. And how you were like flouted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Pooja, what were your favorite, some moments, because you've had journey with all the greatest of designers.
Right.
in the world, not just in India.
Yeah.
And some favorite takeaways, some moments you'd like to share with us? I mean, things I didn't know myself. Like,
right. I mean, I have enjoyed my modeling career while it was in India, like to the max. That's one of my favorite. I met such amazing people.
Exactly.
I learned so much. Even till date, my best friends are my model friends.
Who are your best friends, by the way?
Noinika Chatterjee is my very dear friend.
Yeah.
I hang out with, we have a WhatsApp
I
group.
also thought it would be the choreographers.
Not so much choreographers, surprisingly more models.
But
so we have
even
a
the male models who became your big stars.
Yeah, Inder, because he was in the US for
Inder,
I
have a dummy made of him.
So, yeah, I'm in touch with Gautam, Gomzi.
Gomzi, of course,
Mark,
yeah.
Mark Robinson, I met. Milind, I love Milind. Arjun Rampal, I saw him in Goa the other day. So, I mean, these are such amazing friendships.
I thought John also.
John as well. But, when he was coming into modeling, I unfortunately was
I've heard
leaving.
Lubna take the piss out of him on runways when he was modeling.
She must have.
He must thank her though, because she must have
given
him the discipline.
She's a tyrant, but in a good way.
Yeah.
If it's an oxymoron, but it kind of works.
She trains them.
She does the same with me, but kind of it works, and she grooms you so well that it put you on any runway and you know what to do.
So you did Sabya's first show.
I did Sabya's first show, and I remember he gifted me the sari that I wore. I still have it.
And those saris are heirlooms.
They're heirlooms.
But he would gift it to you because it mattered. You were like
I wore his sari.
My God, like Pooja Batra was like the queen of our lives.
That was his first show. So I remember that.
Like when we wanted to drop a name for designers backstage, our whispers were like a pit in our stomach. Pooja's agreed to do our show. Or like say,
really?
She will wear that sari, and then that sari is put aside to be given to the girl who can
carry it.
Who like kind of like Noina, as I say, she like glides on water.
She glides, yeah. So, I mean, a shoot that I did with you in Dubai is
that worked out very well.
Yeah, it just was so serendipity that I was in Dubai. I got a call from you. Probably you saw my story or something on Insta.
I follow you, like spy. I spy.
Like, are you in Dubai? I'm like, yeah, Rina. And she's like, would you do a shoot with me tomorrow? I'm like, yeah, Rina. And that shoot worked out. So,
because they were, the minute I told them that I know you, they didn't leave me. And they pushed me to do it. And all I wanted to do was go out, get some lunch, have a laugh.
Our lunch is still pending though.
Yeah. Let's go back.
Let's do that.
We spoke of models as your friends, but who was your friendly rival and the one who made you sharpen your walk and improve your look? And what did you learn from her or him?
Wow. So I would say more friendly rather than rival. But there was a tacit rivalry, I would give that to Aishwarya.
Yeah, I thought Aishwarya and you came out together.
And
Chinu? No. Shamnamrita?
She was senior. She was much senior.
And there was Fareen also.
Fareen as well, Fareen was just like a fire on ramp, And Ash, I had this tacit sort of rivalry, but in a very positive way, because she just came out looking like a goddess, on the runway. And I would constantly aspire, but I would get the showstopper or the,
But the catwalk belonged to you.
Aishwarya
was a face.
Yeah, and then when the walk would happen, then I would take over.
And those legs.
So I would do that. I would do Noinika because I learned so much from Noina. Just gliding, like going from one point to the other on the ramp. And just posing. I would just say, Noina, tell me some poses.
And also when you have to hold the pose.
That's
like what do you do? You tell yourself mentally count.
Right. When you have to hold, then she would say count.
How much do you count?
10.
10? That's how long you hold.
Because I'm so fast. Like my 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, okay.
So she would say, okay, otherwise it's 5, but to me she'd say just hold for 10.
And when you have to turn, then you turn.
Then you turn.
And the turn is on one leg, or it's
Turn is on one leg. I would
Otherwise-
patent that one leg, that Noina does the turn is my turn too.
So when we used to go, I mean, this is, sorry, just like I'm sharing something with you. When we used to go for these group shows earlier, the
Right.
designers all went together.
Right.
Because we didn't, the sponsors took us. The
Right.
models, the designers, and we went all over the
Those
country.
were some days.
All over the world,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so we stay together.
Right.
And at night, some played dumb charade, even with Mickey Contractor. We've had the
Oh,
moments
yeah.
where he also
Yeah,
came
we
with
did
us.
that in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that in Shimla.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we would mimic your walks, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you know that? Some of you walked with one hand out. So that was what we did.
Tahiya.
Yeah. I met her recently. She
Yeah.
looks the same.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She's fun.
When you entered the industry, it
Yeah.
was still the early years of
Right.
fashion in India.
Right.
Fashion was posh,
Yeah, very posh.
and films were not.
Not.
Fashion in films was totally not posh.
Right.
And you were like for me and for my world of designers, you were our body, Elle Macpherson.
Aw.
So how did that play out for you when you went into the film industry, with most of the Indian heroes
Yeah.
were much shorter than the models?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it was tough. You know, I was told by Sangeeta Bijlani, actually, I remember this. She said to me, you don't have a chance in the movies because you're very tall.
Yeah.
And she's my idol, you know, she's
Yeah.
beautiful, and she was a model too. And I got so disappointed
Yeah.
because
That's intimidating.
it is,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but you know, I gave every role that I got my best, even though the heroes were intimidated with me because of my stature.
So did you feel like kind of discomfort on
I
sets?
did not book a lot of movies because of my height. That is true. So I
That's
lost out
sad.
on a lot of
Yeah.
good roles.
But look at Deepika. I mean, she's
Yeah, but I think-
she's exactly your height, by
yeah,
the way,
but
because
we
I'm like a
paved
measuring
the
tape.
way, we paved the way for
Even
tall
Kriti
actresses to
Senan.
come.
Kriti Senan is
Yeah.
the same height.
Well,
Three of
I
you.
paved the way.
I
I
w-
was you know, well, I'm screaming.
That'd be a
Say
great
thank you.
wish now to see the three of you on a
I know.
simple
Oh,
catwalk
that would be-
together. Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Because you're
No,
exactly
Same
same height.
Yeah, no, I would do splits in front of the camera so that the hero would look taller.
How
And
do you split?
You just spread your legs. You do a split. You go halfway split. So
And you have to remember your lines and sound like if you're sad
right.
or
So
whatever.
when you're doing a close up,
Yeah.
or when the guy
Or the close-up, you have to
yeah,
do a
so
split.
If he is not that
Like if you're with
tall-
Salman Khan.
Salman never had a problem. He's one guy who was just fine. He's like, you wear your heels, I don't care. Like he was confident with who he
With
is.
who he is, yeah.
You know, even in the US, even in Hollywood, like I respect all these tall actresses, you know, like Naomi Watts, Charlize Theron.
Yeah,
So
Charlize
all
is very
these-
tall.
Yeah, I know how hard it is for a woman to make it despite,
Based on the.
despite
So you
the
have a
height.
bias on a runway. We need the height, but in a
not-
film,
yeah.
height becomes a disadvantage. But I think it's changed.
For the better, because you know the CinemaScope is more latitude rather
Yeah.
than longitude.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
So no matter how tall you are, you will get shortened.
Yeah.
So the short people are at a disadvantage because they could look plumper than what they are.
Yeah.
Whereas
Because
the
most of the
tall
world's most famous male actors are not very
are
tall
not very
people.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a fact. But
Yeah.
look, so you were what we call the generation
Right.
which did this transition. You were
yeah.
probably a pioneer
Truly.
who was one of the first tall girls
Thank
in
you.
Indian cinema.
Thank you.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you did proper commercial
Yeah.
Hindi hit films
Right. Yeah.
as a model. And there was no one before you
Not as tall.
as you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So you later walked at LA Fashion Week. What surprised you then about the international backstage culture
Right.
compared to 90s India? Okay, I
Right.
understand we were putting,
Right.
not, I don't want to say it. And what should Indian models, actors, designers keep in mind before stepping on
Yeah.
and calling themselves global, like things
Yeah.
you learned, your learnings, which
Right,
could help
right.
designers, models.
I think just more intrusive and global is
Yeah.
how the LA Fashion Week was,
Yeah.
because you're just given a time, and your designer is given a time
Yeah.
for you to come and showcase and you to be on the runway.
And no rehearsals, no practice.
No rehearsals.
But they brief you.
They brief you, definitely.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you get a rehearsal. And they put you in these heels, and so you really, really have to know how to walk in these.
So you have to try your clothes on your own.
Yeah. No, you come, and the day of the show, you're pretty much there the whole day, and you can't leave. You're there, and then you try you can't leave. You try the clothes and the shoes, and then.
Oh, so the castings and the fittings are not done prior to that day?
The one that I did, the fitting was done on the day of.
Maybe because of bills.
Sometimes
Sometimes because of costings.
Had our,
measurements.
So
and they don't alter, I'm sure.
They don't alter. Their things fit very well. The shoes and all, they have all sizes. You just have to know how to walk in the tallest of the heels, because on the runway there.
And the runway can be, you don't get time to practice on the runway.
Sometimes you don't get time.
Okay.
So you have to be very confident. You don't sit and rehearse on which cue of music are you going to go on. You just have to bring it on. Like there's no
cues, nothing. Yeah, but there's also that, I feel what my personal take is that as the West and the East sort of blended, flights opened up, and everybody started showing here and there, one of the takeaways was we became clean line. In India, you know, of course. So
no, I think Indian fashion is up there.
Now, of course, we have
even the
bigger and better fashion. Because I've done London Fashion Week.
Yeah.
I've also done shows internationally, some of them.
Right.
Yeah, our production costs are higher. So we have bigger budgets, so we have better sets.
That's probably why whole...
Our green rooms are looking good now.
Yeah.
Finally, they're no more. I have an incident, but I don't know if I should share it.
Please do.
So there's late Rohit Bal
and me. I think maybe you were there. It was a show in Singapore where the prime ministers of Singapore, there was 4 seasons.
I wasn't,
There was most of the girls were there.
Right.
We had a great cast of models. So we went to do a show, but there were 2 male models, young male models, not known. Milind Soman and Arjun Rampa.
Oh my gosh.
And my son, who's now 30, I was feeding him.
Oh.
And there was no space for these poor male models. There was no green room for them.
Wow.
We gave them like a cloth qatar.
Right.
And these 2 little chaps. And me with my little baby, because there was no space for that baby also. He was the only other male. And we were all sandwiched in this makeshift, like green a Dhobi Bazaar, Dhobi cart looking change room. And these are the greatest mega stars of today's life. I was fortunate, I think, that they were there that day.
Yeah. And you know, I'm sure they remember this memory too, because
I don't know, but I remember their pathetic backstage or no backstage for these 2 models, because there were only 2 male models, and there was this powerhouse of gorgeous girls. And this was my takeaway. I don't remember the shows.
Gorgeous girls, though.
Oh my God.
The best.
They were the best.
Yeah. I don't think the Indian model fashion scene has seen that wave of models that we saw.
So you were our supermodels.
We were the true.
You brought life into those clothes, and you created memory.
Yeah.
Nobody remembered the garment. Nobody remembered the poor tailor who made it. Nobody the master ji who made it. The adda wala who made it. What they remember is, "Acha, wo wala kapda jo Pooja Batra ne pehna tha." And that's how it went. Yeah, this was true. Without you, there was no story for us.
There was no story.
Thank you. So your film debut in Virasat, correct?
Right.
With Anil Kapoor and Tabu.
Yeah.
Is still referenced. So what skill from the runway actually translated perfectly into set, and what habit did you have? There are 2 questions here. Sorry. And what habit did you have to unlearn on day 1?
See, Rina, the best thing was that when I booked Virasat, I was not a dilettante. I was already a supermodel. I had a 5-year runway experience, modeling
Plus
experience.
big ads. Ads were so important those days. Yeah.
So I knew how to face the camera.
Yeah.
I knew what my body type was, and I knew how to, you know, dress myself to look short. You know,
oh my God!
You know, you have to.
I want to look tall forever.
I had to do the opposite, so I knew.
But Anil Kapoor is pretty tall.
Yeah, but still, I had to make sure that, what do you say, block dressing?
Yeah,
I would do
color
that,
blocking,
color blocking, so that it would be.
Yeah.
So even till date, even if like I'm doing a Russian movie right now, it's that's the only movie where I have not worn my own personal clothes. Otherwise, for every movie that I've done or every project that I've done, I have worn my, like Virasat, if you remember the songs.
Oh, so you mean the clothes didn't fit you?
No, they did fit me, but I brought my nuance into my character.
Because you could do it.
I could do it.
Yeah.
So I would purposely wear the, you know, clothes and go and stand in front of the director.
And so he would quickly say yes.
So he would look and he say, let her wear what she's wearing. So I would be very happy, because then I would bring that fashion element to my character, which is what I was good at. So that's what I brought on the table with me. And what I had to unlearn was, I would just put my makeup on and get on the set. And I would soon get the instructions from the cameraman and the director, tell her to remove all makeup.
Oh,
So
because they wanted a natural look.
Yeah, so I'm like, at least sunblock to lagane do.
Yeah.
But so that was one thing that I had to go without.
But you also were the kind of pioneers who made that fact that the model can transition into a prime movie star, like do the masala film and be accepted. And then more, I'm sure 2 followed, and then 3, and today hundreds, because I really feel...
The hundreds never really happened, Rina, I'll be very frank with you. 1, 2, 5 followed, but then suddenly there was like a big ditch.
Okay.
Nothing followed.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the heck is happening out here? My last movie was a hit.
Yeah.
What's happening?
But is it because of this role of agents? Were they not agents? Because I feel even in fashion...
There were secretaries back then. There were no agents then.
Yeah, but if today, what do? I have no idea. Do they get movie and work because of casting agents, or just promotional agents?
No, you have to have a representation, which is a manager and agent.
Yeah.
Like I have one in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And which is so much easier and so much better, because
more professional.
More professional. What they do is they look out for the breakdowns.
Yeah.
And they submit you for the roles that you could fit in.
Yes.
And then that submission goes to casting. And then casting further decides yay or nay whether that person can even audition. That's how the process is.
But tell me, if today Indian models, a lot of them don't make it in Bollywood,
Yeah.
and a lot of them don't make it
Right.
even in modeling,
Right.
can they become actors for like international platforms? And what kind of agents do they go around getting?
Well, international has become a different ball game now, given the dynamics of working in different countries and work permit, and you have to be eligible and all that stuff.
The work permit and visas.
Visas. Now nobody gives you a work on a visa. You have to be eligible, like to
Or they
make
give it
money.
to like America, of course.
They give it to an American or a green card holder. Then you can even audition. Otherwise, you can't. So it's kind of difficult there.
It's like, of course,
It's like anybody in India was not going to give you a lead role in a Bollywood movie if you don't have work, proper papers.
Work papers.
So it's the same anywhere.
Yeah.
So
because you do have girls now in Indian cinema who are non-Indians, who are doing very well.
Yeah, who are doing very well.
Yeah.
So so it's I think modeling and acting is chalk and cheese, Rina. It's totally different. Ends of the spectrum.
What you're told to do in modeling is to look at a center point of a camera.
To look good. Yeah.
Look good, center point of camera, hold, freeze, pose.
And look good.
And look,
that's the main job
and
of
in
a model.
acting, you've got to do absolutely the opposite.
Anything that makes you look good, you have to do the opposite in real acting.
Oh, you shouldn't look good.
Yeah, because you're supposed to look a character. You're not supposed to look like a model.
Yeah. So some of the shows, when I remember I was just watching, I was just waiting for in the back wings for the show, some city where we all went as a herd.
I was in it?
No, but some other girl who went on to become an actor. But that time she was a model. And
You're
I
not-
remember
you're
her
not
learning.
You're not naming
I'm not
her.
naming her because I don't know.
You're doing the Rina.
I'm not a Rina. Rina would name, but I'm being safe.
Right.
Because I haven't checked with her.
Right.
But I remembered this tale where she and another aspiring, thanks to you,
Right.
a model wanting to be an actor. So what lines they were learning were, मैं तुमसे प्यार करती हूँ,
Yeah.
and मैं तुम्हारे बच्चे की माँ बनने वाली हूँ.
Wow.
Did you also have to learn these kind of like basic Hindi film transitioning
Yeah.
lines? Because the models were all doing this. I saw
Yeah.
them doing it.
See, I purposely would never do a movie in which I was going to get raped.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That
I
too.
would just say no to those
And you have to
projects.
scream a lot in that.
Screaming is still fine, but you know, I had my sort of rules that
Yeah.
I'm not going to do such movies, and I never did. So I don't fit into.
You could call the shots
I
because
could
you
call
had
the shots
yeah.
because my
Yeah,
Virasat did very
Yeah,
well. My
yeah.
second movie, Bhai, did very well.
Okay.
Hasina Maan Jayegi did
Oh,
very
Hasina
well.
Maan Jayegi is a very famous movie. Yeah.
So I could call the shots. So I never did this. You know that.
But today, if you were to revive these movies, in
Right.
actual, they would do very well because you would.
Bachche ki maa and all I did.
Bachche ki maa. All these girls were learning that. They'd look in a mirror, they're waiting in the wings because their time hasn't come. So you have a lot of waiting.
Yeah, so you
and they're learning how to say, मैं तुमसे प्यार करती
That's
हूँ
funny.
and मैं तुम्हारे बच्चे की माँ बनने वाली हूँ.
Yeah.
That's all I remember these
Nah.
girls again and again
Damn,
doing
now
it.
I know why I missed out. Because
You
I
probably
never
know which
said
girls
these-
I'm talking about.
No, because I never said these lines. Had I said these lines, I would have got the other
You should see
movies.
their expressions when they were saying it. It was very real, not like how I said it. I killed it.
Amazing.
So here's the question
Yeah.
which
yeah.
I'm asking you, which
Right.
even I've been asked.
Right.
But your life, was it ever challenging for you to balance your personal life with the life in public?
Right.
So, and what were like the demands of this public life you led?
You know, I think I was pretty naive when I was hit stardom. You
Yeah.
know, when I.
It's good to be young sometimes with this.
Yeah, but with young, you make a lot of folly. You don't know how to answer
Yeah.
some people, or you don't know the answers to a lot of questions,
Exactly.
or what life throws at
Yeah,
you. And
yeah.
life throws you many curveballs. And as a young person, not juvenile, but young person, you don't know how to navigate the space.
Yeah.
So I was pretty overwhelmed with the limelight that I would get. So you know,
also because you were educated and
Yeah.
you'd done proper formatted contests. Suddenly
Yeah.
you're in a film is a very big space.
Film just makes it more sort of like let's
Unwanted
show
attention
unwanted.
also.
Let's
Yeah.
show what you're drinking and what you're having for breakfast. It goes more into your
Yeah.
personal space.
And today's worse for the
for
ones
the
who are
social
dealing with
media,
it.
yeah. It's literally like a ditch. It's
Yeah.
like a trap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done some mistakes by not knowing how to go and navigate that space.
What was that one mistake you wish you, like if you went back in time?
See, hindsight is always 20/20. If I went back in time, I'd probably be more calmer as a person. I would get very hassled, and I would get very.
Did you cry? Or quietly cry?
Yeah, no, I would take it personally.
So you'd sulk over it?
I would take it very personally. And you know, things like a split, things like a split with a boyfriend, things like not getting a movie.
Yeah.
I would take it very personally.
I think that not getting a movie is still
but
hard
even,
for everyone.
Even the other one, because it was just an open book,
Yeah.
I started questioning myself, which was all the confidence that I had gained as an actor, as a Miss India.
Yeah.
I was recanting on it because I took it personally. Because as a young person, you're not going to therapy. You're just being told, oh, you broke up. Oh, you didn't get that movie. Oh, I thought you were in the movie.
Like, so it was very insensitive, the way you were treated.
Yeah. So that becomes...
Also, people are unkind.
People are very unkind, or maybe they also don't know.
Yeah.
Just give them the benefit of doubt and just say that maybe they don't know too. So it's those things that you make an impression of yourself and you start questioning yourself. Maybe I'm not good enough. So how
in normal life do you basically every one of us, like even me in fashion, you're as good as your last collection. That was to be earlier. Of course, today dynamics have changed. There's more work of a different kind. But I get a lot of insecure, self-defeating thoughts still.
Right.
And I have to learn to fight my way through it.
Right.
So like you being the sportsman, the body.
Right.
Like how do you tackle this?
You have to be resilient. You have to be thick-skinned. You have to keep coming back.
Yeah.
But it's when you're down is when you get beat up.
Yeah.
When you get beat up. And you know, the worst thing about this profession, I would say, is the downtime. The downtime, what you do in your downtime is what makes or breaks your, coming years or your future. As a person.
But there's been no dialogue on this with so many
There's
people
no dialogue.
in this.
People just brush it under the carpet and think it's understood. Wo samajh jayegi.
Yeah.
Big deal. You know, they just brush it. They are very non-empathetic.
Also, it's a world where you are being judged,
Yeah.
and it's an artistic world.
Yeah.
So you're frail. You're because you're sensitive.
You're sensitive,
Yeah.
and you don't want to lose your sensitivity because that's what
what
comes
emotes as a
as
camera.
an actor.
Yeah.
So if you become hard and rigid,
Yeah.
what good are you as an artist?
Yeah.
You're not. You have
Yeah.
to have that vulnerable side.
Yes.
And you have to protect that vulnerable side.
Yeah.
So there was like that sort of dichotomy going on. And I really took it personally. I took a lot of things personally, which now if I recant, I wouldn't. You know, because now you get the confidence and the strength and you overlook it and you're like, oh, big deal. Doesn't matter. Big deal. You know.
Yeah, this too shall pass.
Yeah, or crap.
Yeah.
If they say doesn't mean I am. You know, you've learned all these things with age.
Yeah.
But then you're young, and so that's what I meant. That, you know.
Yeah, I used to cry a lot. Now, of course,
Yeah.
I've learned to also become resilient. And not give up and not get swayed so much by criticism.
Right.
These are like they're
very harsh.
They're harsh parts of this world, because that's what we so strive for.
Right.
To first get ourselves there.
Right.
And then.
So when you're young, you have all that energy and enthusiasm. You think you're going to rule the world. And slowly, you know, life starts hitting at you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, this, you know, relationship didn't work out, or this marriage didn't work out. So everything beats you down.
Yeah.
You know.
And you still got to look.
You still got to mentally be all there and look good.
Great. Yeah.
And it all goes in, you know, one flow. It's not like you're mentally so strong and your body is fat.
Because body and mind are one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that must be hard. Yeah.
So it's.
Oh my God! So there is something in continuation to this moment.
Yeah.
So we've all probably had moments
where
we almost quit something.
Right.
Even when we loved it.
Right.
So just tell me about some of those moments where you almost quit, and that one single text or some note or some mentor or some friend, something which kept you going.
Kept me going. You know, there was a point in India when I was not booking the movies I wanted. All the movies I wanted to do were gone. So I sat back and I said, if I am here, I'll get rubbish. I don't want to do rubbish. So what do I do? So I just got married and I left.
But that itself is like saying goodbye to this world.
It was literally, in a way, it was sort of like my hiatus from India. And I said, okay, now it's done. I've, you know, while the going was good, I did very good. Everybody knows me in India. Everybody knows me in Kerala because I did some Malayalam movies.
Oh my God, there's some great movies and great cinema coming out of Kerala.
Yeah, so I did a movie with Mohanlal.
Oh, Mohanlal's like a god there.
Which was a super duper hit. So every Malayali knows me. So I said, you know, I've gained my whatever, now time to move on to the next phase of my life. I got married and I moved to the US. And my husband is, I'm not married to him anymore, was an orthopedic surgeon. He was in New York at the time. And then he moved to Los Angeles. And when he moved to Los Angeles, I was like, damn, this is Hollywood.
And that bug is not going to leave you. It's like swimmer's bug.
Yeah, so I said, just for the heck of it, let me just get into acting classes. And so I did the whole rigmarole.
You went to acting classes?
I went to acting classes. I basically started from ground over there and got an agent, got a manager. It took me a while, booked my roles, started doing American television. So in India, I never got the booking. So I was like, all the good movies, all the good banners are gone.
Yeah.
What should I do? Should I wait on the side wings, or should I just move on? So I just moved on.
But now in India, if an Indian actor signs a Hollywood movie or a OTT platform, the media loves it.
Yeah.
So your story is still to be told.
It is still to be told, and I haven't signed any OTT, so everybody listening.
So Pooja, Gen Z models now.
Gen Z models, yeah.
They build an audience first.
I know.
Then the careers.
Uh-huh.
Now if you were starting out in 2025,
wow,
how would you architect your digital presence without becoming a content farm? I mean, I'm also listening.
Right. I think in a way I was very happy that there was no social media when we were there. I was really happy about it because I saved my eyesight for a longer period of time.
Yeah, it's the eyesight.
It's the eyesight. I think what I would have done if I was starting out now would be to stay consistent, because I think that's key.
That's key.
And to stay authentic. In whatever I was trying to, whether it was travel or food or talking about
your subject.
Your subject. Be authentically charged about it and just not say it to fill camera time. So that authenticity is very key.
Also, I think the thing you did back then, where you said that you were studying while other models were partying.
Right.
For a Gen Z model, that would also be good, because I feel Gen Z doesn't study in a paper format.
Anymore.
They look at a screen. Yeah.
Damn, man.
Now, what about that? You would have still wanted to study.
You know, even now if I get an audition, I still get a printout.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's just something that I learn better with
Do you also write?
I write. I keep a journal when I want.
When I want.
But
Selective.
it's not consistent.
Selective.
Yeah, it's not consistent.
But Gen Z models are trainers for people like me, because I really look up to them, to be honest.
I look up to this new generation. There's a lot to learn from them. They're very smart.
Yeah.
And they're very committed towards digital marketing more than obviously what we are. They know it,
they
like
know it
the
better.
Back of their hand,
And I tend to lean on the younger generation for some things which, in my life or line of work, it's like backseat driving.
Yeah.
I will instruct them, but they're the guys who are doing it, because I'm like still like a braille. It's like braille for me. But you would be good, I think, as a Gen Z.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Cool. So I don't have FOMO anymore.
No, you would be great as Gen Z.
Yeah.
I mean, this is my reading after the Dubai shoot we did.
Right.
And the way that reel went wherever.
Oh my God, that went viral.
I mean, if you must have had many viral moments, but that was just for me. I mean, sorry, I shouldn't be asking that to an actor. Guys have like followers I mean, how are like followers? How many such people? I mean, they must be like waiting for your next picture to come out.
I don't know. I would hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that, but I surely hope they are
waiting.
No,
that's why. The proof is there, of course. So if you had to caption your 90s era, it had teased crowns, brown lips. I mean, purple and brown.
Dark brown.
Pencil thin eyebrows. What was the most technically wrong thing we did then? Technically, that would get roasted on Instagram today.
Oh, the thin eyebrows.
The thinning of our eyebrows.
Why would they do that to us?
And I mean,
oh my God,
it was the most painful. My eyes would tear up.
Right, you did the thin eyebrows, dude. They got me thread my forehead, because they used to say, you have such a short, small forehead. You have to thread your forehead. So they made my forehead this big, so that I had an oval face. I was told that that's when your pictures
And
come
that would be
right.
so
It
bloody
was-
painful, shredding
was-
of your head.
It was a nightmare. And the thin eyebrows, and then there came a point when the eyebrows never grew back.
We didn't have false eyelashes. What did we do for them?
I think we had. False lashes were always there.
No,
No.
I don't think
We didn't
so.
have the individual ones.
And
but we
didn't
had-
we do makeup also ourselves initially when you began
Yeah,
as a
the
model?
black
Because
eyes, the dark
Ambika
eyes.
came up with
Yeah,
the makeup
dark
crew.
eyes, yeah.
Kohling, lot of
Kohling, yeah,
smoky
the
eyes, dark smoky
smoky
eyes. Yeah.
That was, that was what's the look? Smoky eyes.
Very, very original.
You did that.
And purple lips. I have some really frightening pictures, by the way, because if I look back at my makeup enthusiasm,
Right.
it stemmed from some kind of wannabe research of being
Right.
nouveau,
Yeah.
but it didn't suit the
It
faces.
did not. And purple on Indian skin
Yeah.
does
yeah.
not, and even brown on Indian skin does not.
You haven't heard Jojo and Yatin, by the way. They used to be makeup artists from that time. They're now retired.
I know Jojo, yeah.
But what they said about the girls turning into what? Based on the designer's one brief.
Obviously.
And they had this little drawing on
True.
the makeup counters.
True.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was the eyebrows, right? Because now
Yeah.
the eyebrows are the biggest thing.
They're the biggest thing, and they frame your face. So, you
But
know.
it's still painful because now the young Gen Z are tattooing them, which is apparently cutting it with a blade.
The microblading.
Microblading. I've thought of doing it
Right.
myself.
Right.
But then I lose my guts and then I said they'll grow. Mine is
Yeah.
not, I have too much
Gosh,
eyebrow.
man.
But forehead is not something I've
I did
fucking
the
heard
forehead
of.
before Miss
Sorry,
India.
I'm saying, I had no idea.
I'm
Forehead.
so pissed. I'm still pissed.
You need to find that person and do the Me Too on them.
Every makeup artist told me, everybody said, hey, listen, you need to make your forehead go bigger because you don't photograph that well otherwise. And I'm like, okay, so here Pooja ji has gone and made a whole
But
new
you know, like
forehead.
now as I'm older, all I'm doing is putting castor oil to
Exactly.
make my forehead look smaller.
Case in point.
Oh God, this is
Gosh.
super sad.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't,
all
I mean,
the-
this is so, I mean, the thought is hurting me still in my insides.
Yeah, I have to take that personal thing out.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's okay. They didn't
Exorcism,
really mean it.
yeah. The horrors of
It
that
was no
threading.
prejudice
Yeah.
against me.
Which are the girls? But you're so like perfect. I mean, what about the girls who were not so? What all did they thread of theirs? I wonder. When did this happen? We were
I'm
all
not-
there in those
I'm
rooms.
not aware of the what all part, but definitely the eyebrows.
Eyebrows is like, yeah.
Eyebrows.
I'm so glad they're back because it was actually Brooke Shields who brought in that beauty of those
Was it?
90s eyebrows. I thought from there it trickled down.
Oh my
Like the
gosh.
lips I thought was Angelina Jolie.
Right.
Then everybody started putting big lips.
Big lips, yeah.
Anyway, so if you had to caption this 90s era
Yeah.
in 3 words for Instagram only, we're talking 90s
Right.
and it's Instagram. So what would they be and what photo would you post with it? So some photo of yours from the 90s which
right.
exemplifies those words.
Glam for sure.
Glam you are, yeah.
Grit.
Yeah, you had grit.
Glory.
Yeah, you got glory. Yeah. So what photo would you put for this?
Photo. I have to dig into my.
Maybe the Literal Bath.
Oh yeah. Would that?
Because it's glory, grit, glamour,
and
it's Insta-friendly today.
Riz, yeah.
Riz, yeah,
Riz.
Riz.
I'll dig out a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think this is very Riz too.
I think
mean,
so.
yeah.
I mean, like, why go
You know,
90s?
yeah, why 90s? Why not now?
Carpe diem.
Yeah, yeah. Carpe diem.
Yeah, seize
But
the
you know, my
moment.
favorite Hindi movies were the ones where the Hindi English kind of overlapped and it became funny.
Right.
And you must have done a lot of that in
Yeah.
your, that one you said, Hasina Maan Jayegi.
Oh, that was such a blast, that movie.
Where did you shoot it?
We shot it in Goa.
Oh, that's
And
nice.
we shot it in Mumbai, Goa.
Okay.
Goa, Mumbai. Oh my God, that movie, even now when I see it, it has
Did
me
it
in
have
splits.
Govinda by any chance?
Yes.
My God,
Very
I'm
much.
such a, you know, I love, because his
He-
humor was what I wanted to go to see a Hindi movie for.
You have to see this one again.
Yeah,
For
I'm going
me.
to see Hasina Maan Jayegi.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, thank you